Before we get into this video, I just want to say shout out to Senator Cotton. You, sir, have officially talked to a box of rocks. Okay. And how many people think that, Kaitlan Collins knows what she's talking about on a daily basis? This propagandist. All right. How many people think that Kaitlan Collins, is concerned with the facts? I don't really think she's concerned with the facts. I think she's another, like I said, propagandist. I believe she's here to spread nonsense and to deceive the masses and all that kind of stuff. So that's that. Shout out to Senator Cotton. Do you drop down below in the comments if you think he would make a great president? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that. All right. With 2028 not too far away. Seriously, though. Like, I know that sounds kind of crazy to say, but, 4 years does fly by. But yeah, in 2028, would you vote for Senator Cotton? I think that's an interesting question. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let's get right into the video.
Senator, great to have you here because you and your fellow Senate Republicans mostly voted against this, arguing that it's a show vote. But Donald Trump, as you know, recently pledged to either have insurance companies or the government pay for fertility treatments. So would you have voted for a bill like this if he was in office?
Well, Kaitlan, first off, I have to correct almost everything you said in the lead-in there, almost none of which was accurate about this bill. First off, there's no risk to IVF in this country. All 49 Republican senators, along with President Trump, support IVF. No state restricts or bans IVF. Second, this bill was about a lot more than just IVF. You said that it had to guarantee access. Access is guaranteed in all 50 states right now. You also said that it was about IVF. It's about a lot more than IVF. This bill would mandate coverage for experimental, controversial procedures like cloning or gene editing or providing fertility treatments to men who think they're women, whatever that means. It would also imperil religious liberty. I support IVF, as President Trump does. We also think that we should allow, say, Christian hospitals to operate their affairs as they see fit, according to the dictates of their conscience. Now, it's not surprising that the Democrats don't agree with that. They've long persecuted Christians, like the Little Sisters of the Poor. They wanted to provide contraception coverage for nuns.
Okay, Senator,
or they've harassed Catholics for going to traditional masses. That's what this bill is about, Kaitlan. No, Kaitlan, you're not going to stop me there because you're misrepresenting what the bill is about. The bill is about infringing upon religious liberty.
Let's have a conversation about this bill and this.
Sheesh. She cannot stand to hear the truth. She cannot stand to hear the truth. These Dems, I tell you, they can't stand the facts. Okay, they can't face the facts. And yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, you're talking to a box of rocks, Senator Cotton. Kaitlan Collins is not the brightest, of the bunch. And, yeah, the comprehension is not one of her strengths. It's just what it is. It's kind of similar with Dana Bash and Kristen Welker, But I really don't understand how they thought they could invite Senator Cotton on here and think he's not going to think and hit them with facts. Okay.
Legislation itself. You're saying that what I said was inaccurate, that this would guarantee access to IVF, which is what it would do. You're saying that no state restricts it, but no state, guarantees it. The issue, which I know well because this happened in my home state of Alabama, is a court ruling that embryos count as children. And then these IVF clinics, a lot of them closed in Alabama as a result of this because they're worried about lawsuits or about the state attorney general coming after them. That is why this is an issue. And your candidate, Donald Trump, has said that he would like to see IVF and people have access to this. So
you guys see that smirk smug? It's like, how would you describe that? It's like a smirk, it's like this little face, I got you kind of thing. Do you see that as she talks?
Do you support guaranteeing access to IVF so a ruling like that one in Alabama would not imperil someone's access to it by clinics saying, well, I'm going to close because I'm worried about facing a lawsuit here or criminal charges?
Kaitlan, the example of Alabama proves my point. You had the Supreme Court of Alabama ruling on an old law. They felt their hands were constrained by a law. And what happened? The political branches of the Alabama government, who are elected by and accountable to the people, promptly passed a new law that guaranteed access to IVF in Alabama the same way every other state guarantees access to IVF. This bill in the Senate was not about guaranteeing access to IVF, which is not threatened in any state. It was about radical, experimental, controversial treatments, like things like gene editing or cloning, and it infringes upon religious liberties, which again shouldn't be surprising because the Democrats are the party that want to harass and persecute nuns or investigate Catholics for going to traditional masses. That's why we oppose that bill and will continue to oppose it.
But Senator, this bill would have guaranteed access to IVF, and you're saying that it would have forced people to do things against their religious beliefs. I should note this bill doesn't require anyone to perform any operations or procedures. It just says that people should have access to IVF. And it also talks about having insurance companies cover the cost for fertility treatments, something that your candidate supports. So just to be clear, I'm not misrepresenting the bill. You can say you don't like it. You can say that you think it's a show vote. You can talk about those aspects of it. But this is something that was put up there, and it would have guaranteed access to IVF. So let me ask you while you're here, given you're a major surrogate for the Trump campaign, his proposal here is that he would like to either have the government or insurance companies cover the cost for fertility treatments. Has the campaign explained to you yet how he would pay for that plan?
We haven't gotten that far, Kaitlan. I think I and most other legislators would have questions about the cost to taxpayers or the cost in higher premiums. And as always, ensuring that we respect the religious liberty rights of all Americans. Again, President Trump and I support IVF, as do all elected Republicans. But I respect any American who has a different point of view, especially if they're a health care provider or work with a Catholic charity and they want their religious liberty respected. That's what we would do. Democrats would not do that.
So if you're an American out there and you're someone who maybe is in Alabama and you're worried about having access to IVF, not because the state is saying that they're going to make it illegal, but because there's no clinics open in the state because they're worried about Supreme Court rulings that could imperil access to it. And if the legislature had not acted, which they did under political pressure, if you're someone out there and you're looking at these two candidates here ahead of November, Donald Trump and Vice President Harris, and they see what Trump is saying he'll do, but they're wanting to know, is this real? And if there's no plan to pay for it, how do they know that it's a real proposal?
Well, Kaitlan, again, IVF is not at risk in any state, and the Alabama example proves the point. The legislature acted promptly to change what was an old law to ensure access to because of Supreme Court decision. That happens all the time.
That imperiled access to IVF.
Courts make decisions.
Man, I tell you, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I'm sold. You see the smirk on her face. You see it. You see it. All right. I am so convinced that she is an activist as well. You know, if this is what journalism has become, you know, journalism is just gone. You know, this is why CNN's ratings are what they are. Yeah, like she's interrupting him. She's got this stare. She's hunting for that gotcha moment. We talk about this. We see this consistently with them. And Senator Cotton is over here just laying down the facts, letting her know what it is. Okay, he's just standing on his own 2 feet, all 10 toes down on the ground, standing on the facts. This man literally could have woke up and spoke any language, but he woke up and chose facts, and she can't stand it. Okay, she's like, nah, man, nope. You're not gonna speak that truth stuff over here. Okay. So, yeah, but that's typical for CNN, aka Cap News Network, aka Certainly Not News, aka Communist News Network, Crap News Network. Yeah, there's more names, but they slipped my mind. But you get what I'm saying.
What? Kaitlan, courts make decisions interpreting laws, often old laws that haven't been updated to reflect changed circumstances all the time, and legislatures come back and they change those laws. That's what happened here.
Okay, but my question was about the plan to pay for the proposal.
Again, well, we can review those details at future time. There's reasonable questions about the cost of it, either the taxpayer and premiums, and how we would protect the religious liberty of all of our citizens. But Donald Trump, just like all Senate Republicans, and for the most part, most Republicans I know, all support IVF. What we don't support are the kind of radical proposals that Kamala Harris has addressed, like on the abortion question. She wants a nationwide abortion law that would mandate all states allow partial birth abortion up to the moment of birth and deny life-saving care for any child who is born during a botched abortion. That's what's truly radical.
And
he's cooking her. He's cooking her, okay? He's frying her like an egg in the morning. I mean, that's just the facts. And Ku Klux Kamala Harris out here. You know, this is another Ku Klux Kamala duplicate. All right. But yeah, she was out here doing Order 66 on, newborn babies. It was just, okay, delete, boop, press the red button. You know what I mean? Sabotage the kid. The whole thing was just down the drain. The whole thing was, it was just absolutely nuts. So to still remain a Democrat and to defend Harris and the abomination Biden administration, it says a lot more about you. I think so. Let me know what you guys think. I think that this lady has proven herself to be a disgrace to America. And Senator Cotton here, has proven to really just be, a warrior, a samurai for America. Okay, a warrior for America. Okay, so that's kind of how it's striking me. She's not looking to really hear him out. She's looking to just argue. She's looking to combat with him. She's very combative, and we see this consistently. The right consistently brings the facts to the table. The left has to just accuse them and attack them and manipulate the situation.
Of course, as you know, she wants Roe versus Wade codified into law, which would go up to viability about 24 weeks. Senator Tom
What
Cotton,
I know is that
she won't
answer a question about she won't answer a question about what month it is appropriate to reasonably protect the rights of unborn children. Is it the 8th month? Is it the 9th month? She won't answer any of those questions, Caitlin, because she knows that her radical views on these questions are out of step with the American people.
And Senator Tom Cotton, Donald Trump did not say on that debate stage as well, when she didn't answer that question, if he would veto a national abortion ban. We're out of time, unfortunately. Senator Tom Cotton, thank you very much.
Yeah, they couldn't take him down. They couldn't take him down. This man is Optimus Prime, Senator Cotton. Okay, this man is literally, he's one of the Autobots. He's one of the good guys. Okay, he's solid. He's a warrior. He's focused. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. Really a great interview on Senator Cotton's part. And an absolute atrocious interview on Kaitlan Collins' part, and she looks defeated. She looks like, well, want. We tried to get him, but he just happens to be smart too, like J.D. Vance and the rest of them. Well, sigh. Maybe one day we'll take out the Republicans with, just take them out on live. But yeah, boo-hoo, Kaitlan Collins, boo-hoo. Anyways, I tell you, these people are just insane. Okay. She's another Harley Quinn, twin. Harley Quinn twins here. Harley Quinn's twin, Kaitlan Collins. So that's that. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Shout out to the King Squad. Smash the like button. Hit subscribe. And thank you for all donations. Thank you to everyone who keeps me updated in the emails. And let me know if you guys would like to see more content like this. Let's go. Peace.